Live from the nation's capital, BizNet and ESPN present Nation's Business Today for Wednesday, November 23rd, 1989. From our anchor desk, Martin Eckert and Warren Corbett.
During Lech Wałęsa's triumphant tour of the United States, the Solidarity leader appealed repeatedly for U.S. investment in Poland. But even before Wałęsa arrived here, a delegation of 29 American corporations had been touring his country, looking for ways to take advantage of the new opportunities there. The trade mission was organized by the Overseas Private Investment Corporation, and our guest this morning is the agency's general counsel, Howard Hills. Howard, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
First of all, with regard to Poland, I think a lot of people might say, is it a little bit early to jump into a situation that's still changing, still developing politically? There's bound to be some insecurities about that.
Well, from a businessman's point of view, I think getting in early has traditionally been something that would be viewed as very desirable, and I think that's the situation that exists, that we believe exists in Poland right now. Obviously, there are some, there's a transition process going on there right now, and OPIC, one of the reasons OPIC has been identified by the president as an appropriate program for Poland is that we help investors deal with the risk issues, but the government there in Poland is committed to making the transition, and OPIC can help investors participate in the early stages of the transition and get their foot in the door when the opportunity is greatest.
Well, the present Polish government may be committed, but, you know, take the worst case. What if Gorbachev falls and the tanks come rolling across the border again? What's the recourse for an American company at that point?
Well, again, that's what OPIC is all about. That's why I think when the roundtable process first started to move forward in Poland and the prospect for reform started to become very real, the Bush administration was out ahead of the game, and the president on April 17th in Hamtramck identified OPIC along with GSP and some other incentives programs as an appropriate U.S. response to the reform process. And OPIC provides political risk insurance, currency convertibility insurance, and we provide investment guarantees that have the full faith and credit of the United States backing the investor. So the point is, OPIC facilitates investors' decision to take the chances and take the risk and to seek the opportunities, knowing that if there is a reversal, the United States government will be there to make them whole from a commercial or political risk point of view.
For those companies who are willing and in some cases eager to be one of the first in Poland, the question of the red tape involved in dealing with a government ministry that is probably going to be either hidebound in its socialist ways, or in some cases in the Solidarity government, the ministry may be staffed by people so new that they're just finding their way to the restroom.
Well, I think that the good news on that issue, on the red tape issue, is that the government of Poland is very aware of that problem, and they are in earnest addressing it. On the 29th of this month, a presidential mission, which OPIC is supporting very actively, is going to be leaving. It's going to be led by Secretary Yajder, and it's going to include Secretary Dole, the Council for Economic Advisors, the head of the Council for Economic Advisors, Mr. Bostic, and Secretary Mosbacher. And they are going there, and they're going to identify the obstacles to investment, the obstacles to the economic restructuring to which the government's committed.
And you think the Polish government is eager to do something about those obstacles that are identified?
They've asked us to, and Ambassador Zeder, who's the head of OPIC, met with Mr. Wałęsa in Gdansk at Solidarity World Headquarters for an hour, and they talked about this. And Mr. Wałęsa made it clear they're open to U.S. investors. Money's to be made in Poland right now, and Mr. Wałęsa, they're not selling their country. They want to buy their country into the world economic system on a competitive basis.
Thanks very much for joining us this morning. Our time's gone. Thanks very much.
All right, thank you.